Доброго времени суток, дорогие зрители моего канала. Меня зовут Веритас. Мы продолжаем проходить Fallout New Vegas. Казалось бы, что я вообще делаю здесь, а не в каком-нибудь очередном убежище. Но правда в том, что я опять обосрался, ребятки. Я записал видео, где прошел этот квест, а потом выяснилось, что запись вообще не шла. Сохранений нету. И я решил, что, блин, то, что чем я там занимался, было не настолько интересным, охренительным занятием, чтобы я это повторял на бис, причем с предыдущими квестами. Так что я просто сдаю это... Я просто расскажу. Короче, я принес мужику все запчасти, которые нужно было. И Макнамара такой сказал, что ладно, все, я понял свои косяки, НКР не такие крутые, как нам казалось, я снимаю изоляцию. И, в общем, все жили долго и счастливо. Yes, man.
Just standing by over at the fort. Pretty neat, huh? Oh no, I didn't mean that. Who needs their support? The Securitrons will be all the support you need. What I meant is, you should get to know these tribes and decide which ones you like and which you don't. You know, shape the future of Vegas. Choose your neighbors. If you like a tribe, leave it alone. Or, if a tribe is nasty, or going to be a problem, go ahead and exterminate it. It's whatever you want to do. There's a bunch. Some of them you've already met, like the chairman, for instance. I think you should visit the other families on this strip, the Omertas and the White Glove Society, so you know what makes them tick. And there are some important groups farther from the strip, too, like the Boomers, the Great Khans, and the Brotherhood of Steel. Of course, ask away. Maybe they'll be devoured by giant scorpions. All sorts of things can happen to them out there. That's one down, 4 to go. Wow, that is amazing. You are just a hero. I am serious. That's 2 down, 3 to go. A cannibalism problem? Really? I'm so glad you weren't eaten. That's 3 down, 2 to go. Then consider them ignored. If they end up firing their howitzers at us, we'll ignore that too. Until it goes away. That's 4 down, just 1 to go. Okay, consider them forgotten. Along with the projections that predict they'll be our biggest enemy. Forgotten! That accounts for all the tribes you needed to get to know. You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. Here's some big news. I decoded a military radio transmission, and it turns out the NCR president, Aaron Kimball, is going to visit Hoover Dam. I guess he wants to boost the troops' morale, but according to projections Mr. House made, he has an 83.75% chance of being assassinated. Oops. Anyway, it looks like Mr. House thought it was important to keep President Kimball alive. Mr. House ran projections on how the NCR public will react to a defeat at Hoover Dam. Overwhelmingly, they'll blame Kimball. But if Kimball dies at Hoover Dam, there's no obvious scapegoat for them to blame, so they'll blame New Vegas instead. So that means reduced tourism for up to 5 years. The equations are pretty complicated. Mr. House sure liked numbers. You are so misunderstood. Well, it's their loss. Forget about the president. We've got something more important to take care of. This gadget I'm handing you is called an override module. Mr. House had 2 of these made years and years ago. Just like him to think ahead. Take the module to the El Dorado substation and attach it to the power control terminal. I'll handle the rest.
Я, кстати, хз, почему они ко мне плохо относятся, серьезно.
Great. When this is taken care of, we'll be all set for the Legion to make its move.
Но, так или иначе, я не могу выполнить тот квест, потому что НКР меня туда просто не подпустят. Так что мы сейчас выполним этот квест. Скорее всего, насколько я помню, это один из последних квестов. И побежим в DLC. После того, как закончим DLC, я буду тупо выполнять сайд-квесты, которые мне будут еще доступны. Так, это у нас там кто? А, солдат НКР. Сержант. Здравствуйте, не открывайте, пожалуйста, огонь.
Stay out of the control room and enclosure or there's gonna be trouble. Got it? We keep an eye out for Legion raiding parties. They'd love to shut down the Dorado.
Сейчас разберусь. Ой, блин. Так, мне бы переодеться, получается. То считается, что чтобы я был своим, будет этого достаточно? Нет, видимо, недостаточно. А. Я не хочу отметать все задания от НКР. Ну давайте. Так, тут у меня было... Ага, вот это надо выбрасывать, вот это надо выбрасывать. Тоже можно выбросить. Пошли. Надеюсь, они не сильно расстроятся. Окей. Не место, так не место. Пока. Блин, прохождение, конечно, у меня вышло в итоге полузаруиненное. Ну и похрен. Если что, я когда-нибудь могу еще пройти Нью-Вегас, почему бы и нет. Че, у меня буквально просраны сколько? 2 квеста получается пока что. Ну, полторы.
Don't you love seeing the Lucky 38 all lit up? Sign of things to come. Too bad about President Kimball and everything. But hey, stuff happens, right? Exciting news! The Legion's massing troops in a staging area east of the dam. Attack imminent! Monster of the East ready to roll! Well, some of Mr. House's projections predict a moderate probability of civil instability subsequent to the NCR being driven from the Vegas region. One of the mitigating contingencies he planned was to enlist the followers to provide increased medical aid throughout the region. Just seems like it might help keep things stable when we go independent. Not that I know what I'm talking about. Wonderful. I'll keep tabs on the situation at the dam. See you in a bit.
Ну, раз надо поговорить, значит поговорим. Почему нет? Ты че, серьезно? Аркейд, привет. Но мы сейчас не к тебе.
Are you here to drop off medical supplies? Leave them with the rest in the middle of the courtyard. We're always looking for new members. Does he have any particular talent? Well, I suppose we could always use another junior archivist in the library. All right, tell him we'll accept him as a probationary initiate. I'm sure you have your reasons, but we are much too busy to waste our time. those selfish bastards. Even if we wanted to, we don't have the resources to handle such a monumental task right now. Unless you can handle our supply shortages, the best we can do is scrape by here in Freeside. What did you want to know? More than rough, it's a damn mess. Freeside townies are constantly picking fights with NCR civilians. Thugs and thieves are always looking for a victim, and the local families are just sitting back making caps on the mess. Freeside is in dire need, but no one has been man enough to step up. The followers can only do so much to stem the tide. There is always something needing done. A few souls here in Freeside could be great assets to the community if they'd kick their addictions. We need a regular supply of medicine organized, but the Crimson Caravan wants too many caps for what we need. Lastly, tensions between the townies and NCR tourists have been going downhill fast lately. A lot of innocent people will get hurt if things blow up. The big man around here is the king. Not much happens in Freeside that he doesn't know about. He has the most influence locally, and some of his crew haven't helped the situation by harassing NCR citizens and charging double for water. Some NCR soldiers have been bringing in supplies, but none of it is going to Freeside locals. I've tried to speak to both sides to no avail. Yes, old Bill Ronte and Jacob Hoff. They're not going to kick their habits on their own. Sobering them up and putting them back to work would go a long way toward helping Freeside.
Они где-то тут? Или... А, понятно. Ладно. Так, он где-то тут сидит. Да, вот ты где, Нарик долбаный.
You have chems, buddy? I could really use a fix. Julie's a saint, but I don't need help. I feel young and strong, as long as I get my chems. Why stop? I feel great. No worries, my guy will be here soon enough, just wait. If I had 2 caps to scrape together, I'd buy the materials to make my own. My damn hands won't stop shaking. This guy named Dixon. Something about him seems sketchy, but I can't stop now. Last time I stopped, I felt like I was gonna turn inside out. At this point, I'm mostly buying his stuff just so I don't feel sick. Speaking of which, do you have any spare caps?
Ну, здравствуй.
Looking for a fix, man? I got what you need. Yeah, man. Those cats are out of their domes addicted to my shit. They can't get enough. Pretty hilarious to watch. Really? Ah, you're such a saint. You know what? I might be willing to stop if there's something in it for me. Wait, man. You can't go around saying shit like that. Okay, I get your point. You won't have to worry about me supplying those 2 anymore. So you're back. Got any chems for me yet? What? I need a fix now! Fine. If you really care so much, then give me some shots of Fixer to calm down these shakes. I'm gonna need at least 10 shots to get me through the week. From there, the followers should be able to help. Never thought about using that combination before. Should be able to get through this with that. I think you're right. I've been through worse. I'll go to the fort and see if the followers can watch over me while I recover.
Так, ищем второго нарика.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
Make a brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the table's more friendly, and the women
You seen Dixon around? He said he'd be back today. Oh, Julie, I've really screwed things up. I'll head over to the fort and get some rest. This has gone on too long.
wanna get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph.
К этому парню мы когда-нибудь еще вернемся. Он будет критически важен нам в будущем.
One of my aides said you got into the Lucky 38. If you see someone by the name of Emily near there, we would like you to work for us. I saw them. Thank you so much for helping them. This means a lot to the followers of the apocalypse. You have our thanks. If you need some medical supplies, come see me. With Jacob working with us, we should be able to spare a stim or fixer once a day. I'm sure you have your reasons, but we are much too busy to waste our... Even if we... What did you want to know? They've been Freeside's gang for the past 5 years or so, ever since Mr. House and his 3 families pushed everyone else out of Vegas. They've done a lot of good for the community, but that seems to be changing. The flood of NCR squatters has been an affront to them. I guess that explains the situation with the water pump. Usually, the king wouldn't let his crew bully folks around like that. Bill Ronte installed that pump a few years ago, back when he was sober. It was a major improvement for the community. But lately, the Kings have started charging locals to use it, and NCR squatters twice as much. That'll come to no good.
Ну, давайте, прежде чем я закончу, еще поговорим с королем. Попробуем, по крайней мере, если это возможно.
Sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
Если не получится, то в принципе завершим серию и уже в следующей будем проходить какие-нибудь находящиеся рядом задания.
Watch yourself.
What do we have here? Another petitioner for the king? Anything's possible, I suppose. How much is it worth to you to meet the big man? You know what? I like you. Half the people around here, they forget who runs this place. Head on through. The king's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss him.
Things are tense on the strip right.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you? Charge? Pace must be at it again. What did he take you for? Pace must be losing his touch. Either that or you're a smooth one. So, what can I do for you? Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, you do me a favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good? I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside? It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man told me that one of those bodyguards, a fellow named Oris, was making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch.
Блин, я только что сейчас понял, что на фоне музыка играет. Блин! Чертов король.
Okay, then. Once you part ways,
Поймал
return
меня на
here.
авторских
I look
правах.
forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost.
Now, the head of one of Mr. House's families was killed. Time to lay low.
Этот квест мы уже будем выполнять в следующей серии, так что если вы здесь впервые, вы можете подписаться на канал, поставить лайк, нажать на колокольчик. А меня зовут Веритас. Всем до новых встреч, всем пока-пока-пока.